This presentation will cover the deceased archive and the dropped for non-renewal reports. While they are slightly different, they do share the history icon, so we can discuss them at the same time. You can get both reports off the main OAM Activities menu. Compared to the other activity reports, there are fewer options for the selection criteria for the deceased archive report. The dropped for non-renewal selection criteria is the same as described in the basic layout presentation. The number of columns in the deceased archive report are fewer than the other reports, but still enough to make it hard to read in a presentation. The next slide will show the report in an easier to read format. The buttons on top, Home, Back, and Search Again, are explained in the Navigation Buttons presentation. This shows both the left and right sides of the report in a way to make it easier to read. The History button will give you a history of the changes to the member data. We will show more about that shortly. The ID is the member ID. The name and address data is pretty standard. This shows the dropped for non-renewal report. Other than the history field, it is similar to the reports described in the basic layout presentation. We will not repeat that information here. This is an example of what you will see when you click on the history icon from either report. In the description field, there will either be old data or a brief description of the change. You will see only transactions for the time that the member belongs to your chapter, nothing before. Now you have an understanding of most of the deceased archive and dropped for non-renewal activity reports. Please remember, the reports change all the time. If you see an error or out-of-date information in this presentation, please use the NARFE website to contact your CAB representative. There is a link to a document on the OAM documentation page that explains how to contact a CAB member.